Welcome to another episode of Food Fun Friday, and today we're making Instant Pot
French dip sandwiches. Is it hot?
Oh my god. This is so good.
Incredible.
Save this.
It melts in your mouth. The meat is so tender.
All right, I have a beef with beef prices lately. This is ridiculous. So I got these cuts of beef from my favorite store, Mariano's, from the discount bin. The discount bin, this is $25 on discount. And when I went to the butcher shop to get, this is ground chuck or chuck roast, by the way, $9.99 a pound. My recipe calls for 7 pounds of meat. So I was like, what is even happening? So I did go to the discount bin. We're gonna do two different kinds of meat. This thing, I think it's gonna be fine because we're doing it in the Instant Pot. It's gonna be tender and shreddable and stuff like that. So I have a boneless rump roast and I have a chuck roast. We're just gonna dice it up, kind of chunky, season it with salt and pepper, put it in the Instant Pot and get a little sear of it, throw everything in there, cook it, set it, and forget it.
Forget it.
Set it and forget it.
And we said how long? We're doing high pressure for
60 minutes.
60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the recipe that I did before, this is almost 5 years old. I had an older Instant Pot, which I think it took a little bit longer. This is Instant Pot is the 6-quart, but it's wide. Like the other one that I had was like shorter and taller, and I almost always got the burn notification when I used the Instant Pot, and I
wanted to throw it out.
But then I got this one. The only thing I don't like about it, this reservoir right here is super hard to clean. So that's the only caveat. So I guess that's not too bad.
No.
But so far we've not burned anything in here. So that's our claim to fame right now.
Okay, so next steps, seasoning?
Yeah, so this is just a blend of salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and I just keep it in here because I like it's like this. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Professional.
Yeah, it's like I'm a professional cook. And we're seasoning it pretty well, and then we're gonna just saute it in the Instant Pot. Just gonna brown it and give it just that much more flavor. And then we're just gonna toss it around, make sure everything is coated. I might even add a little bit more. And the secret to this one is, I'll get the box and show it to you. There's a beefy onion soup mix, and it has beef broth in it that just brings this to the next level. It does get strained. There's also gonna be jardinere in here. That's just gonna add a little bit more flavor. You could decide to add it to your sandwich if you want, if you like spicy, but you don't have to have it if you don't want to. It was in the same top aisle as where the soup is and everything, but yeah, beefy. If you can't find it, regular onion soup mix is just fine.
What would you suggest if people are looking for other cuts of meat that are on sale? What are some cuts that you just wouldn't recommend?
Anything that's too lean, like a sirloin tip roast. There's hardly any fat at all. You can see I've left the fat on here. It's just gonna render down and give it so much flavor. And because we're putting it in here, you'll see once it's cooked, if there's big pieces of fat, you could just toss them out, or I'll give them to Todd.
Yeah, but it adds flavor.
It does add flavor. So now we've got this going, and I'm just gonna start adding the beef. Sizzle, sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle. This is gonna take like probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, just to sear on all sides.
So we've talked about the Instant Pot before, but this is not instant, and you have to take into consideration how long it takes if you want to saute the beef, how long it takes to get up to pressure, the cook time, and then depressurize. So always add about 45 minutes to whatever the recipe calls for the actual cooking time, and that should be a good indication.
Are we quick releasing this or letting it naturally?
Naturally.
Okay.
Which probably only take like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's just what we're looking for, getting a little color on all the sides before adding everything else in. Oh, we're going.
We're live.
I didn't know we were back live.
Yeah.
So all the meat has been seared. It's back in the pot. I just added, it calls for 5 cups of beef broth, but I'm using this Knorr like beef concentrate. So I needed this to mix it. But anyway, 2.5 tablespoons of this is 5 cups of beef broth. But in this one, I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of soy sauce. And that might seem like a lot, but this is just gonna be like a really good umami flavor.
Yeah, it's not just strictly salty.
I probably could have taken the top off, but you know what? And then I would lose the
Then
top.
you wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't put it back on, and then the next time you want just a teaspoon.
Yeah, then it would be.
Glug 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 glug.
Yes.
2 shots of vodka,
And this is Maro's Provisions Jardiniere. If you don't know what jardiniere is, it is just a pickled condiment, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, Chicago condiment.
I'm gonna cancel that because that was still on saute, and then we're gonna move to pressure cooker. But it's got like carrots and celery and peppers, all different kinds of things. And you get mild, medium. Hold on, Todd. And it's only, I want to say 15 calories a tablespoon.
Yep.
Delicious. So we're gonna do, I'm just gonna eyeball this actually.
Yeah.
It calls for a half a cup, but I'm just gonna do that.
And like she said earlier, you could put this in now and have that flavor and everything, or you could just use it as a topping afterwards.
Yes. And then we're just gonna mix up 2 packages of the beefy, did we show them the?
I believe we did.
Okay.
The Recipe Secrets beefy onion.
And Todd smells the beef. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, he's getting worked up about this meat.
Maybe you'll get some in a little bit. Maybe I'll put it in your bowl. And we're just trying to get so it's not powder. Not that it wouldn't dissolve in there anyway. But this is what we are looking like. And this is just gonna pour right in here. Make a little bit of mess on there. That's okay.
Have you guys ever had gravy bread?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
So
It's the best.
if you're in the Chicagoland area or if you're not, any beef stand, Portillo's, Bona Beef, our local places called Kojak's. You can get something called, it's basically
just called gravy bread.
Yeah, and it's the au jus, and we're gonna get such an amazing au jus out of this.
But it's a French roll that the sandwich comes on, just dipped in the au jus.
So if I were to get Italian beef at Portillo's, Bona Beef, anything like that, I ask mine for wet. So they build the sandwich and they dunk the whole sandwich in the au jus, give it back to you, and the bread, it just falls apart and it's like so good.
I love
the best
taste
way.
of that, but I don't like the mess, so I get the au jus on the side.
Okay. This is looking amazing already.
Yeah, it smells so good.
And then the only other thing is 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. We'll just eyeball it.
Yeah, and you could also add minced garlic if you wanted to.
Yep. And that's that. So, I'm gonna grab the lid. This is always the tricky part, because I always forget.
Woo!
Woo! So now
Make sure it's sealed.
Yep. There's a vent on the top. You just want to make sure it's closed. This actually lets the steam out. So at the end, when I do the natural pressure is when I would turn this, but you just always want to make sure this is tight. And then we're just going to pressure cook. So we put it on the beef setting and it's high pressure and it's a minute and 5.
An hour and 5.
An hour and 5. So it's preheating right now. That might take like 10, 15 minutes. Then the hour and 5 minutes, and then
to pressurize,
and then 20 minutes to depressurize, and then we'll get the goodness.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I know, it's gonna smell so good.
It smells so good. So we, it's been sitting for probably like a half hour now. So I should be able to open it up. No problem. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. I need to get a spoon. Hold on. I wish you could smell this. But like, look at how great that au jus is. And we'll strain all that. And the meat just comes right off. It is so tender. Oh my gosh. So good.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Just
Yes.
pulls apart so easily. Our mouths are just absolutely watering at this moment. Instant Pot French dip sandwiches.
And we can't wait. Is it hot?
Oh my god. This is so good.
Incredible.
Save this.
It melts in your mouth. The meat is so tender.
And the French bread is perfect. I did a little bit of provolone cheese under the broiler.
You get a little bit of note from the jardiniere. Like, it's just kind of a vinegary note. It's not spicy. And this au jus is spectacular.
I'm so happy.
Great job, Mom.
Thank you. But it's so fucking good.
That's incredible.
If you're looking to feed a crowd, this is the way to do it. It's so hands-off. Let the Instant Pot do all the work. You could probably also do it in a crock pot. I would suggest doing it at a longer, lower temperature, so low for like 6 to 8 hours. It'll be shredded out perfectly, but we're gonna give you a link to the recipe on my website, but it's also in my cookbook here. In case you didn't know, I have Cooking for One, which is on Amazon. We'll leave a link down below. So not only do I have the French dip recipe in this cookbook, but showing you ways to use this. So I would make this for myself and make these recipes with it, such as beef stroganoff is one of them. I did an Italian beef sandwich, and then a Cheater's beef ragu, which is spectacular, and then I did loaded French fries. So lots of possibilities with the leftovers of this, but if you're feeding a crowd, I will guarantee there's not gonna be one single leftover. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave us a comment, like the video, and if you're not already subscribed,
why aren't you?
if you watched it to the end, I think you need to subscribe. We're trying to double our subscribers for 2026, and we'll see you in the next video.